Welcome to Riara University. My name is Professor Robert Gateru, the Vice-Chancellor. We are truly delighted to be part of the Education Collaborative together with other like-minded institutions. Riara University is founded on a very strong foundation of quality education that transcends over 5 decades from the first Riara institution. And so we pride ourselves in training not just for employability, but also for entrepreneurship. And so over the last 10 years or so, we've worked extremely hard to set the stage for really high quality, empowering education. So being part of the Education Collaborative, it's really very well aligned to our strategies moving forward, because as a key player in the education sector, not just in Kenya, but in Africa, we are really looking forward to learn from other like-minded institutions. For us, as Riara University, number one, we appreciate that we cannot do this alone. The journey of empowering a student or a young person is one that requires collective effort of very many stakeholders. From the time a child is born, how they are raised at home, how they are guided and mentored within the family setting, to how they are guided through primary and secondary school, to now joining university for skills development, is a journey that requires very, very many stakeholders to input into. And so when we look at the objectives of the Education Collaborative, we see a lot of value in terms of cross-breeding of ideas, exchanging of best practices, learning from each other. But what is more exciting for me is not just what we have done in our individual institutions, but the potential for what we can be able to do if we work together. This is because all along, as institutions, we have more or less worked as silos in our own individual corners. But if we put our minds together to shape the future of education, we will be able to create something truly empowering for our youth, not just in Kenya, but across Africa. So that is the motivation for us, and we see a lot of value in shaping that future direction of education within the continent, because it's only with that that we'll be able to develop and produce the human resource that the continent of Africa requires for its future sustainability. As Riara University, we look forward to contributing what we have done. There are some things we have achieved. There are some things that we are still struggling with, but there's a whole lot more that we need to do and to learn from other like-minded institutions. Some of the areas we hope to contribute to, especially in the area of employability, we try and make our courses as practical as possible. We expose our students to what is happening in the industry, whether it's through guest lectures or community service, internships, and many other ways. But more importantly also, we have a course called Corporate World Skills, where we try and now dive deeper into the world of work and what students can be able to expect when they go to the productive sectors of the economy. And so we have seen some very good outcomes from that course and many other activities we do within the institution. So we hope to share our learning with other colleagues from other institutions, but more so to add value to what they are doing within their institutions. Number two, we also involve a lot of guest lectures So within a semester or two, at least a student should have met somebody from the industry. We're still struggling with that area, but it's an area that we can also share our best practices with other members within the education collaborative. When it comes to entrepreneurship, this is something we also really encourage within our students. Entrepreneurship is a common course that every student takes within their first year, or at least before they get to third year. So we expose students to the mechanics of becoming an entrepreneur, and we've seen a lot of students starting their own businesses. From tracer studies we've done, we found that about 15% of our students run their own businesses, and that number has been growing to about 20% right now. We also encourage students who have their own enterprises to showcase those enterprises to other students on campus. So we have days we call club days or entrepreneurship days, where students who have their own businesses come to campus. They exhibit whatever they're doing out there to fellow students and staff. And this has also exposed students to a lot of markets that they would not have accessed before. Further to that, we also profile our student entrepreneurs on our website and also on the social media channels of the university. This is also a way of connecting our entrepreneurial students to wider markets out there. So some of these things have worked well for us, and we hope to share our experiences with other members of the collaborative and also to learn from them how they do it on their end. Finally, on ethics and leadership, I think this is also an area that we hope to contribute. At Riara University, we operate an honor code that is accessed by all students, and we expect students to live by that. And so far, it has worked well. And from feedback from the market tells us that our students are distinct when it comes to character, ethics, and behavior. And that's an area that we also hope to share with other members of the network. And beyond that, through our community service program that we require all students to undertake, we have seen students being able to connect with communities, connect with their inner selves, and be able to understand the bigger picture of the day-to-day actions that we take. So we try to empower students as much as possible by providing them opportunities for leadership within the institution, whether it's through clubs, university events, or other ways that students can express themselves. And this has also worked very well for us. So these are some of the things we hope to share with the rest of the network. But more importantly, we hope to learn and to grow together with everybody else. So truly delighted to be part of this network, and we look forward to even bigger outcomes. Thank you.